Good evening, and there'll be more bulletins from Beyond 2000 throughout tonight's programme, because this week The Late Show is taking a long, hard look at the future to see how far it's possible to predict changes in the cultural landscape as we approach the millennium. The sheer pace of technological change and the prevailing fin de siècle mood are combining to produce a generalised anxiety about the future. But are we about to enter a world which would be totally unfamiliar, even alien, to our grandparents? Or is the shape of our future already discernible in the present? As well as constructing elaborate barricades to obstruct the bailiff's bulldozers, the protesters are using another increasingly important weapon in the political activists' armoury, the camcorder. We're witnessing the birth of the video activist, people who are bypassing the news agenda of the conventional media by recording and circulating their own tapes of confrontations, such as the M11 action or recent trouble at criminal justice bill protests. At the centre of this samizdat-style network is the video magazine Undercurrents, which is dedicated to circulating footage of the violent face of the authorities in action. But how long will Big Brother tolerate being scrutinised by Little Brother? And will activists like the M11 protesters still have the freedom to film in the next century? We fast-forwarded into the year 2010 to find out.
Captured by security cameras earlier this evening, agitators from the Media Liberation Front broke into the Civil Control Squad headquarters in an attempt to seize back some of the camcorders impounded in government raids. It was the 1998 Public Order Act that introduced stringent controls on the use of video technology soon after the emigration of the monarchy. To understand why the ban on camcorders became inevitable, we have to go back to the early 1990s and the rise of direct action protest by anti-state propagandists who utilized this once readily available technology. One of the key figures in this movement was Jamie Hartzell, an environmentalist filmmaker turned subversive. Seen here in 1994, launching Undercurrents, the very first video activists network.
The way this works is that we will have a team of camcorder activists around the country, which we call the Rapid Response Unit. Those people we will maintain here a diary of actions, and we will call up anybody in that area when there's an action going on, give them a little bit of training, and then encourage them to go out and film it and send in the tape to us.
Say cheese.
To the left, to the right.
5 or 10 tapes will be coming in every day from actions that people have filmed, and we're really here building up a unique archive in terms of protest in this country.
Ah, not the carpet, you stupid idiot! I'm a shareholder of White Bank. This is my property.
Camcorders, I think, are getting much cheaper, especially DIY style ones. People are getting more interested in these sort of issues, and everyone can learn how to film, basically, and they are. It's excellent. So many people are using it instead of just making a silly home movie. They're using it to show people what happened when. It's going to be really important in the future, is things like Undercurrents showing what's been happening.
In looking at the opposition to the Criminal Justice Act, for example, some of the newer campaign groups are beginning to exploit the newer technology that's available, the lightweight portable technology, to develop their own networks of communication, which effectively bypass the big companies and the highly concentrated, owned and regulated media networks.
We have about 4 people working here, but at any time there can be any number of other people coming in, mostly activists, who we're trying to introduce into the media and give them the opportunity to make videos. Essentially, we believe that anybody really can work in the media and can take control over the media. This is the edit suite, which is specifically designed for people working on camcorders. It'll take any camcorder format, VHS, Hi8, Video 8, SVHS, and from this we can produce, through the computerized system, we can produce completed movies really to a broadcast standard with titles and everything in them. One of the key things for activists is for them to understand that if they're going to get involved in media, they have to delineate between their roles as an activist and as a media activist. They're there to film and they're there to cover an action, and that doesn't necessarily mean they have to be climbing on the bulldozer or jumping over the fence. You know, they have to make sure that they get the best pictures and in the best position.
People are coming round in the morning with sledgehammers. So I'm told, like officials. I haven't had any correspondence with them. The only thing I can do to remain in my own home is to barricade my own home up. This is what you have to do, to try and stay in your house when they're coming in here to take you out. One of us puts a hand in this side, one in the other side, click a small handcuff in the middle so as our hands are joined.
Please be careful.
One of the most obvious things to say about the camcorder is this is something that can be hidden. This is probably the camera that is most likely to record those things that happen that conventional television is not very good at responding to. If you look at the way in which the camcorder has been used in things like the Criminal Justice Bill, where demonstrations happen daily, whether that's occupying the roofs of the Houses of Parliament or whether it's preventing the advance of road building, its ability to be put in the hands of protesters, the camera takes on a kind of political mechanism.
I'll be back tomorrow as The Late Show travels further into the future. But for now, good night.